A city commission issued a 94-page study on inequality in Pittsburgh, and as money editor John Delano reports, for many, the city's livability depends on race.
The Mayor's Gender Equity Commission issued its first of 4 reports, this one on Pittsburgh's inequality across gender and race.
We have rates within our Black community that are third world.
Our Black men have a higher level of occupational segregation, as well as higher rates of homicide and dying of cancer and cardiovascular disease than Black men in the comparable cities around the country.
The city's Black residents are much worse in Pittsburgh than other cities. Sociologist Junia Howell noted that the reality is that people who are Black could improve their lives just by moving out of Pittsburgh to another city.
Why I do what I do it for my kids. I do it for the hood. I do it for the kids who grew up like me. I do it to break down every barrier and every obstacle that holds us back. I do it because I feel God's protection and I hear His voice. And I try my best to follow His direction. Nothing I've done or will do is from my own doing. Every effort, every initiative, every song, every program, league, engagement, and idea comes from the Father. I'm always amazed at the outcomes of the visions that God gives me, from Fatherhood magazine, which is still nationally recognized as a go-to publication for young, expecting, and urban fathers, to being a forerunner for the fatherhood movement in the Pittsburgh Public Schools, being part of the committee who started Take Your Father to School Day, March Madness basketball tournaments, all to celebrate and recognize fathers in the Pittsburgh Public Schools as they represent for their children. These efforts was just a setup for what was to come. I envisioned a place where fathers were catered to and celebrated, and Father's Day Cookout was born. Through that platform, over 100 community sponsors, and after 10 years of serving the community, a great time, free meals, great music, great atmosphere, we have humbly served over 20,000 people, gave away over 1,000 I Love Life shirts, and able to give life-changing memories and resources to our fathers and families. These outcomes are directly contributed to God's favor over my life. So many people have overlooked the doorway into which we can impart change into our families and communities. But for me, God says, keep going. What they don't see, we will show them. Through the platform of youth football, we were able to see the need for more. The Homewood Dogs was a perfect place. And when you add men who coach like fathers, you get the best results for creating lifelong relationships. Also, reviving the spirit of basketball and baseball in the Homewood community was another vision that was put in my heart to make it happen. And over the past 9 years, we have developed some of this region's top basketball athletes and scholars who go on to lead their respective schools and teams to victory, and also getting it done in the classroom. We will see those results for years to come. Promoting life and love through our I Love Life platform is evidence of God's love for us. I Love Life is putting to stop the gun violence amongst the Black communities and the murdering of the unarmed Black men by the police. By promoting I Love Life and putting it on display for everyone to see through apparel, events, programs, and conflict mediations, we are putting love at the forefront. We will break down the walls that keep us separate. Taking fatherhood and sports to a new level is a part of the process. Being able to have full control over my high school alma mater, coupled with my connections with the youth, allows us to give opportunities where none existed. Using the lessons from the early development of our youth, they can transition into any situation and become successful through the platform of high school sports. I was able to lead and assemble a great leadership team and pull in great youth with the potential to take advantage of these opportunities. Beyond the game, We have academically enriched just as many youth as we coached and developed. Programs to maximize the youth's mental abilities and give them a sense of self-worth is a glue for our kids to keep it together. Maximizing fathers in our young boys and the young men through the Kingsman program allows us to continue teaching from a different level. I have had the chance to work with some of the great influential people through this walk who truly believe in the mission, and to get respect from some of these men without going through the traditional route also shows a shift in how things get done. The life that has been given to me has been meaningful and purpose-driven, and I'm truly thankful. We all have to start somewhere, and I asked God to put me where nobody wanted to go and where they needed help, and He sent me into Homewood. This is where I would be tested. Fortunately, God chose me to lead this charge on fathers. Hailing from Wilkinsburg, PA, former gang member. At 17, I graduated from high school. I went on a run. I fathered my first child and was locked up before my 18th birthday. I couldn't see what my life was to become. I am a forerunner. I am a trailblazer. I am the chosen one.